Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene and welcome to trying on affordable wedding dresses. So I got engaged last year and we're having a long engagement, so I'm not getting married anytime soon. I feel like I am just the indecisive kind of person who wants to take their time making their decisions. So we figured that it's probably for the best. I've just kind of been doing small things here and there as I feel inspired to. But one of the things that I have been wanting to do lately is actually pick out my wedding dress. I have been wedding dress shopping a couple of times with like a couple different people, and I have found dresses that I liked, but obviously the price tag was really high, and I feel like I just cannot justify spending thousands of dollars on a wedding dress, which I will only be wearing for one night probably. So I decided that maybe I can find some cheaper wedding dresses online. So I ordered 3 dresses each from 4 different online shops, and I will be trying them on today. A lot of these online shops also do have at-home try-on programs, so that makes things super easy and you don't have to worry about if an item is returnable. So first up, we have Lulu's. So if you didn't know, they do have a bridal section, I guess, of their website, and they do have dresses. These dresses are on the cheaper side of the spectrum compared to the other dresses that I will be trying on today. So Lulu's does not have a at-home free try-on program, but they do free shipping and free returns as long as you're not buying an item that is final sale. So for the return process, it is free within, I think, 21 days, but you do have to pay a flat shipping rate of $6. But in the scheme of things, that is pretty much like a at-home try-on program. Like, you can try on how it is, and if you don't like them, just return it. The only thing that I would say about Lulu's is if you're looking for more of those like extravagant, big, princessy, ball gowny A-line dresses, they don't have as many options. A lot of them are more sleek. So this first dress that I have on is, I guess this would be considered like a fit and flare dress, but it's got a sweetheart neckline and it's got this tulle detailing on the sleeves and also the top part of this corset. It does have a little bit of boning here, so it does have some structure, but it's just kind of got like 2 pieces here, and then this is just like a seam right here, so nothing like super intricate or anything. So it does have a train. I believe this is close to a chapel length. It might look a little bit longer just because I'm short and I'm 5'2", but the back also does have a zipper enclosure as well as decorative buttons. So this dress is $178, and I feel like for the cost, the material is, I think, definitely a little bit higher quality than some of the other Lulu's dresses that I have gotten. Obviously, the dress does need a little bit of seaming because it is quite wrinkly. I kind of envisioned it as being like maybe a second look dress, but I'm also thinking about doing just like a short dress because this is not very comfortable to move around in. So this next dress is a little bit more like your traditional wedding dress, and it actually did come in one of the garment bags here. I feel like just because it was a higher price point, so it's supposed to be a little bit nicer, and this one is like a satin gown. I feel like this material is potentially, I don't know if it's more stiff or it just is a little bit different from like the satin dresses that I've tried on like at the boutiques. I feel like definitely a little bit of a cheaper material. Looks wise, it's still got your satiny sheen, and actual like structure of the dress is not bad. One thing to note though is I got the same size in this dress as I did the last one. I got an extra small, but this one is just for whatever reason so big, especially up here at the top, that I borrowed clips from the Avery Austin order to clip up the back. Otherwise this was literally falling off of me. So this one does not have a train, but I feel like maybe because I'm so short it kind of looks like it does. I guess you could consider it like a sweeping train. So the back is a zipper enclosure. You probably couldn't see it because of the clip, but this dress comes in at $328, so definitely on the more expensive end of things when you're comparing all like Lulu's dresses. This next dress was very highly rated on Lulu's. That's actually how I picked it, is because it was like one of the top rated dresses, but I feel like I am not the right shape or height for this dress. It doesn't look as good on me as it did on the model. So it does have this like really high slit and a interesting bodysuit situation going on underneath here. It took me a while to figure it out. I put like my entire body through like one leg and I was like, what is going on? Anyways, if you have the body type motif that like goes well with something like this, aka like more volume up here. I feel like this would look really cute as like maybe if you're doing a beach wedding, or even if like you're on your honeymoon or something. I don't know. This is a lace one, and it does have like a second layer underneath, like a nude layer, but other than that it's just like this one lace layer, and the lace is fine. I don't have any qualms about this. It's not scratchy or anything. This dress is again one of those dresses that looks like it has a train on me, but does not. I am just a short girl. The back is very cute though. You should not wear a bra with it, even though I am. But it's a low back and it has these crisscross straps. This dress comes in at $148, so kind of on the cheaper side, but it's definitely a more casual dress. Next up we have dresses from Afarose. So they do have a at-home try-on program, but I feel like it's a little bit more expensive than some of the other at-home try-on programs. So their dresses range from $15 to like $35 to try on, because even though it says for some of them that they are $25, they add on an extra $10 if it's like a full gown. So I assume that if it's just like poofy, or if it has like a lot of extra volume, they add extra on top of that, just like as a flat fee. And in terms of the sizes, I was able to get sizes that were pretty close to my true size. I think this is one size bigger than what I would probably order if they had that size available. So this dress I just thought looked really cute on the model. I don't think that I'm really a tulle fan. I feel like it just doesn't look quite as good on me as, you know, like some of the other materials do. I especially love the corset boning on here. Just the look of it I really like. And there is padding in here, although you may or may not want to like still wear a bra underneath. One thing I will say though is when I open this dress, by the way, it comes in these, oops. It comes in these garment bags that don't have a hanger. When I opened this, I noticed that it smelled kind of weird. It smelled kind of like plasticky. I don't know if it's from like the garment bag, or I think it's the dress, honestly. I think it's the dress, the wool maybe, and like the layers. So as for like layers, there are plenty of layers in here. I wish I had someone to help me fluff out the dress. But quite ball gowny. And then it's got these cute like shoulder tie-on things, which these are very long. Oh, I think you could maybe even wear it like off the shoulder too if you wanted. It is quite floofy on the bottom. Definitely lots of volume. This one also does have a train. I don't know how long it is, but it is pretty long. And this dress comes in at $592 if you wanted to buy it. They do some custom sizing for free. So your order comes with a measuring tape, comes with like a pamphlet or something, so you can measure if you wanted to order custom sizing. Otherwise they have like standard sizing, and then you can get your dress altered. So this is higher quality than like the Lulu's dresses, although the smell is kind of throwing me off. So I don't know, but this dress is really cute. I don't think that it's for me.
This next dress is one that I actually ended up really liking, so I did purchase it and am leaving it out of the video, but it's very similar to one that I tried on in a boutique that I really liked. However, this one is at a much more affordable price point, and I felt that the materials and quality were okay. It just needs a little bit of a steam, so I'm really excited for it to come in a couple weeks, and we'll definitely be sharing in the future.
This is the last one from Afarose, and I honestly got this one just because it came in my size for try on. This dress still doesn't quite fit exactly right. These booby cups are oddly huge for someone my size. I think it just looks really ridiculous, to be honest, but I think the rest of the dress looks okay. I'm not particularly fond of this like little belt thing right here, but this one is a all satin dress. This one is a little bit more classic, I feel like. So it's got the decorative buttons going down the back, and then this one doesn't have much of a train. I need someone to help me fluff this dress. I think the little bit that you see is probably just because I'm short. So this one is a little bit more of a simpler dress, so it comes in at $493. It is not for me. It also still has that plasticky smell, but the quality of the satin here I feel like is much much better than the Lulu's one and is a little bit more similar to some of the ones that I've tried on at the boutiques. So we're moving on to dresses from Avery Austin. Their dresses do come packaged a little bit nicer. They come in this garment bag. It hangs. In terms of this dress, it is an off-the-shoulder Mikado dress. So I've never tried on that Mikado fabric. It does look quite a bit like satin, but I feel like it is not quite as smooth. It feels a little bit more sturdier. I don't understand why the booby cups are always so big. This dress, I got it in, I think, a size up from what I think that I would be, because that's all they had available. So that's one of the problems with Avery Austin and also Azazie, is finding dresses that I want to try on that are in my size and aren't like a size 12 or 20 or something, where like it would be impossible for me to like clip it and like actually see what it looks like on me. The try on for Avery Austin is $15 per dress, and you can get, I think, up to 3 dresses per time. So I picked out 3. Some of them aren't like my favorite. Like this one isn't my favorite. I just wanted to see what it would look like and kind of what this fabric is, because obviously some of the ones that I actually really like are not available in a size close to mine. But this brand is the most expensive of the 4 that I am trying on. I feel like this dress is not significantly higher quality than the dresses that I just tried on from Afarose. So it does have the decorative buttons down the back, and then also does have a little bit of a train. Based on the model picture, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be that long of a train, but on me it is. But this dress comes in at $849, so definitely a step up from the other dresses that we've been trying on so far today. I don't feel like this is the dress for me. This material is just like very loud too. This next dress is the heaviest dress that I've tried on all day today. There's definitely a lot of material. So this one is made of organza, or that's what like this stuff is. So it's not quite like tulle, but it's more like sheeny. I don't know how to describe it. Lots of layers in this one. This one doesn't quite look like the one on the website in terms of how this organza falls, but the top is, I don't even know, satin bodice, and it's got this sewn in, so just like some sparkly stuff. So it does have the decorative buttons going all the way down the back, and it does have quite a bit of a longer train. They did send this dress in a size 6, so the way that Avery Austin does their try-ons is some of the dress styles, they have like you can pick a specific size to try on, and some of them just have a range. So this is one of the dresses that has a range, so like from, if you're a size 2 to 6, then they send you a size 6. So I got a size 6 to try on. I did have to clip it in the back, but it kind of gives you a sense of what the dress looks like. I don't think that this one is for me. This one is $785, so I feel like the quality of this one is pretty close to like what you would get at a boutique. I feel like maybe the top needs a little bit of work, but you know, the bottom, like the organza, definitely feels like the organza that I tried on like in the store. So we've got our last dress from Avery Austin. This one is a kind of a simple like A-line dress. It's got some beading up on the corset and then a Mikado skirt. So there's only one layer of fabric on the bottom just because it's like an A-line, so no poofy stuff underneath. For the top though, it is sequins. The boobies are always so big in these dresses, and I feel like it just looks weird because I know that I don't have that much boobies. It does have the boning underneath, but you can't really see it, and I think that just the top, it being too big, is like looking kind of weird. I'm also not really sure how much I like sequins. I don't feel like I'm really a sequin person. In terms of the dress as a whole, it does have like a leg slit, which I'm not really a fan of the leg slit. I feel like I would rather just have a full dress. These do have pockets. The other Mikado dress from Avery Austin did have pockets as well. I am getting a little itchy, I think, from the sequins, so maybe not the most comfortable, but it does have the decorative buttons all the way down the back, and the train is quite long as well. I don't know what length it is. I'm assuming like at least chapel if not like cathedral. But this dress comes in at $799. I don't think it's for me. It's a little too scratchy and I'm really not a sequin person, but it did look really pretty on the model and I kept getting ads for it on Instagram, so I had to try it on. So last up we have dresses from Azazie. So these were actually the cheapest at-home try-on program. They were $15 each or $30 for 3 dresses, so about like $10 each. So I picked a couple, but I again had some trouble with finding dresses that I like that were in my size, like available for me to try on. So I honestly like didn't pick my favorite dresses from Azazie, unfortunately, but I just kind of wanted to get a feel for like the size and also just like the material and stuff. This one is like a crepe satin dress and I feel like the material is just a little thin, I feel like, compared to some of the other satin materials that I have had, but maybe it's just like crepe satin. I'm not super familiar with this particular fabric. In terms of sizing, this is my size. However, it doesn't quite fit. One thing I do like though is that it had some sort of a built-in bra like situation where there was, you know, the bra strap in the back that you clasp and then you zipped over it. It's also a little bit uncomfortable. I think that there's like a corset situation also underneath here, which you can't see. It has a leg slit. It's just like classic A-line. I don't feel like this fit necessarily flatters me. It does have quite a long train and decorative buttons all down the back. It does also have like some sequins and beads kind of detailed in the back. I feel like overall this dress is very simple. If that's what you're going for, potentially an option for you. But this dress on Azazie is $499. I think that the prices may be going up or may have gone up at some point. With the whole tariff situation, I think that some companies are kind of increasing their prices based on that, or they may have additional fees based off of that. So this one is one of the more affordable dresses compared to Afarose and Avery Austin, and I think that they kind of do have a wide variety of prices in terms of what your budget is and being able to find something that will fit your budget. Next up we have this Mikado dress. It is definitely like the biggest, more floofiest out of all of them. It does have this outer like shiny Mikado material, and then underneath it just has one like under layer and then this layer of tulle that is attached to the Mikado. So not actually that many layers, it's just a lot of fabric, I feel like. This one also does have a leg slit and it also has pockets as well. It also does include that built-in bra situation thing as well. I think maybe it's just like an Azazie thing that all of their dresses have that. We have one more dress to try, so we'll confirm with that dress. This one I feel like just does not feel quite as elevated as some of our other dresses that we've tried. I don't know if it's because it's just very wrinkly and this material doesn't look good very wrinkly, but it does feel a little bit more cheap. It does have a very long train and also does have the decorative button. So this dress does come in at $469, and I feel like you can kind of tell that it's a little bit cheaper. The material just doesn't feel quite as luxurious. It doesn't look quite as nice. I feel like maybe if you were to steam it, it would look a lot better. So we've come to the final dress of the try on, and this one is from the Azazie Barbie collection. So it's a little bit more glam and got a lot more details going on. I didn't think that I would like this one, but then putting it on, it looks actually really cute. So it's got a lot of beading and sequins on here on the corset. It does actually have some boning in here. You just can't necessarily see the corset. It does have these straps as well as the off the shoulder, which I feel like if you wanted to, you could probably like hide the straps and just do the off the shoulder, but this dress is like not staying on me, so I definitely need the straps. For the skirt portion, there are a couple of different layers of tools, and of course the outermost layer does have like beading and sequins and some lace down it. This one again does have a leg slit. I feel like Azazie just really likes leg slits, but the material definitely does feel a lot nicer on this one, especially the tulle. I actually kind of like the tulle on this one because it's not like over the top like scratchy or anything. It just feels like soft, you know, so it's kind of nice actually. The only thing I'm noticing now is that the strap and like kind of along the edges here, the beading is a little scratchy, and and I'm getting, you know, maybe a little bit itchy. When I tried dresses on at the store too, some of them are also like that, so probably not necessarily a quality issue. I mean, maybe it is, but more so just like a material issue and it being scratchy. So this one I did notice does not have the built-in bra though, so I wonder if it's just the off the shoulder or the strapless ones that have that, just to like kind of help hold the dress up, because the bottom can get a little heavy, so that definitely for sure helped to hold the dress up. And with this one, it has straps, so you don't necessarily need that. This one also does have a train, although it's not quite as long as the other dresses, and I think it's very pretty with the beads and the lace and the sequins kind of going down. So this dress is on the pricier side, probably because you're paying for like the Barbie collab, but it does come in at $15.99, so definitely a lot more compared to the other dresses. It's a beautiful dress. It's got quite a bit of detailing with the beads and everything, so that obviously does add to the cost as well. But again, personally, not the dress for me. I just like don't really love the leg slit. So kind of to summarize, I would say that the overall try-on experience was pretty much the same across the board, except that Avery Austin did include clips for you to clip the dress, because obviously they know that it's not going to be in your size, and that was so super helpful even for like other dresses from the other brands that I was trying on. In terms of the quality materials, I would say that Avery Austin is also kind of like the highest. Azazie and Afarose are kind of in the middle, and then Lulu's. Afarose, the tulle just like kind of smelled weird, like plasticky, so that really threw me off. But otherwise, I feel like the material, it felt okay and looked okay. It didn't look like it was bad or anything. In terms of pricing, again, Avery Austin was definitely at the top, and then Afarose and Azazie, they both had dresses that were like more expensive and some that weren't as expensive. And then obviously Lulu's is your cheapest option and probably most affordable if you're looking for something a little bit more simple, because they just didn't have any of the more intricate gowns or like ball gowns, the floofy type dresses as I like to call them. And then I feel like just the overall like design and style of dresses is very subjective. Each person kind of likes different things, and it's your wedding day, so I feel like do whatever makes you happy. But anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this wedding dress try on. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.